So multi-generational planning secrets of how grandparents can support their grandkids tax-free in win-win ways. So Mike, you're the grandparent here. Why don't you talk about what we mean here and some examples of that?
Sure. So, is it not self-evident that most grandparents would like to help out their kids, but maybe more importantly, their grandkids? The grandkids are perfect. The kids have all kinds of flaws. The grandkids haven't had time to develop their flaws. So what can the grandparents do? They can do this for others, but particularly for grandkids. Number one, ways to transfer assets out of the grandparents' estate without having to report the gifts. They're really not counted as taxable gifts. Paying medical expenses for the grandkids. Kids too, but again, we're really focusing on the grandkids. Paying tuition for secondary school, high school, private high school, college, and so on. So there's many opportunities of providing support for that next generation, removing assets from the taxable estate, and having an incredible level of satisfaction for doing so. So again, the key when you're paying medical bills and tuition, you don't write the check to the kid who pays the bills. Those checks, those payments have to be made directly to the entities that provide the services. This can be a tremendous source of resourcefulness and asset protection. Again, because we're removing assets from what may be a taxable estate for grandma and grandpa, and we're doing this for the benefit of the grandkids, which certainly helps and protects the kids, the parents, the one in the middle, the parent of your grandkids.
They're talking about how birth rates are going down in Western society. Certainly in California, the population of California is getting older and older. There's fewer and fewer kids. One of the big reasons is it's so expensive. So if grandparents can help out, it's just such a wonderful way to help out while grandma and grandpa are also still alive. And there's a really powerful trust that can be created as well to take advantage of annual gifting. So Mike, again, you're the grandparent here. Why don't you lead us through the really powerful trust that grandparents can create to support grandkids tax-free?
And this is the trust that I have long referred to as the grandparent's delight. It's actually called the Crummey Trust. Forgive us for the name, but it's named after a tax court case from many years ago. It's called a Crummey Trust. You may be well aware of 529 plans where you can put money into an account to pay for the cost of education, and that can be fine, but this approach is more flexible. We prefer it as a general matter. You don't have the tax breaks that you get with the 529 plan, but we think the benefits of the Crummey Trust outweigh that benefit. Now, what does it mean? This is a trust you set up for the benefit of a grandchild. You use the $17,000 annual exclusion. Again, if there's grandma and grandpa, that's $34,000 a year. That goes into this trust. It's got to be done very creatively. It isn't just writing a check to the trust. 2 or 3 steps have to be taken, totally manageable. But the point is that over time, if it's $34,000 a year, after 10 years, you're up to $400,000 or $500,000. It's significant. The money can be used for education, but importantly, unlike the 529 plan, the money can be used for education. The money can be used for healthcare. The money can be used for housing. It can be used to take care of that grandchild. And unlike, again, 529 plans where it kind of ages out when your kid is done with school, you can set the terms. If you want that trust to last until your grandchild is 25, 30, 35, any age, you can do that. You can identify the trustee of that trust, who may be the parent of that child. We're being a little bit creative here. How can we make these gifts in a way that's responsible? Sometimes you kind of worry, and by the way, we're not fans of these Uniform Transfer to Minors Act accounts where you put money into an account and at age 18, the kid comes into $20, $40, $80, $100,000. Let's not do that. So we're cognizant, we're aware, we want to be creative, and we want to be protective of multi-generations. That's the whole point here.
It's easy to find us, Gilfix.com. 650-493-8070. Hey, we hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, share it with someone who could benefit from this. Stay tuned for so much more free legal educational content on the Gilfix Law YouTube channel. Subscribe. Let's be in touch.